Welcome to the Luton Ladies Lowdown. Today we've got a special guest this week, striker, vice captain, youth coach, and Miles's big sister, Leyah Maddix. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Awesome, yeah, I'm doing really well, thank you.
That's
Very
good.
happy, obviously, that there was a massive victory at the weekend, just gone past. But we will take a quick look back at the last two games against Cambridge City and Real Bedford Reserves, as well as your recent recovery from injury, as well as any other news around the ladies' team.
Cool.
Okay, football. So let's talk about the last two games. First was a very, very chilly game, very chilly and wet game against Cambridge City Women, which was a 3-0 win at Barton Rovers. There were two goals from Tash Fensom and one from yourself. It's a bit of a tough fixture, I would say. Cambridge, I felt, have improved as the season have gone on, especially in their defence. Because I know earlier in the season, Royston were able to obviously get 11 past them. How
Yeah.
was the game for you?
For me, it was, as you said, it was very cold, very wet. I think it's probably one of the worst temperatures we've played in a while, to be honest. The wind obviously didn't help, like with the wetness and how cold it was. So yeah, I started on the bench that game. So coming on and trying to, I guess, make an impact while you're freezing cold was yeah, it was something. But yeah, no, it was a great game. It was a good game to kind of get out there in a tough conditions. But yeah, I think everyone was kind of happy when that game was finished. To be honest,
Definitely. I saw Ellie run over to her dad at the sideline at the end of the game and grab a big
yeah,
jacket off him.
grab that big coat. It was freezing.
Yeah. And obviously during the game, Fee actually got player of the match. That I think is because she got two assists for Tasha's goals.
Yeah,
What's it like as a striker having someone on the team like her who's so good at corners and free kicks?
yeah. I mean, her corners are amazing. It's always like pretty much in that right spot all the time, and it's just like, kind of like down for us to just get something on it. And I guess Tash did that really well on Sunday before for the Cambridge game. But yeah, no, it's really good to have an impact or have someone in the team who can make an impact. If we are struggling for making any goals in open play, having that, not relying on set pieces, but having that, I guess, good set pieces to get the ball in to help with us to score is always great as well.
Yeah, nice to have a bit of assurance that you know the ball's going to be kind of landing somewhere that's
Yeah,
really
in and
good for
around the
you
box.
as the striker.
Yeah,
Yeah. And that was a league fixture. Obviously, we haven't had as many league fixtures as we would like. That hopefully we're going to be able to sort that out. There's been a bit of congestion with all of the cup games that have been coming up. And speaking of the cup games, there was a cup game on Sunday at Barton. That was against Real Bedford Reserves in the League Cup. It was the quarterfinals, and the ladies won 9-0. Two goals from Tash, one from Jess, hat trick from Leander, one from Ellie, one from Shanice, and one from Caitlin O'Connor. How
yeah,
was that game for you?
yeah. It was good. It was a bit different for me. I played right back that game. So yeah, so I haven't played in that position for probably like 5 years now. Um, so, but yeah, it's what was needed for the team. So yeah, it was a bit of a difference, but I'm happy that I personally got 90 minutes for that game. So adding on to my minutes as I'm coming back from injury. But yeah, the game was, it was. Do you know what? Fair play to Bedford. They were actually quite physical and they were ready to battle. Regardless of I think the score line, it didn't reflect on how they actually tried to come at us. But yeah, we're still pushing for goals and we're still, keeping it the other way with the clean sheets, which is, equally as important as well.
Of course, you've got someone like Hudson Goal. It's always going to be a good time having her behind you,
Yeah, I
especially
think
obviously showing your versatility, being able to play that right back position as well.
yeah. I've played multiple positions actually. I think this season it's been on the wing in the 10, and then on Sunday as a right back. So yeah, I guess I can say I'm a versatile player, which is always good to have. But yeah, no, as long as I'm on the pitch, I'm all right.
For sure. Maybe one day we'll see you with the number one on.
Yeah. Do you know
Hopefully
what? If
not.
he was there last year, I went in goal a few times actually, when
Yeah.
we needed a substitute keeper because we had no sub. It was me with the gloves on. So yeah,
Well,
it was
I'm hoping.
interesting.
I'm hoping this year we've got a slight bit more depth in the squad.
Yeah,
Obviously, with
thankfully we've
Alex.
got the other Leah,
And
there
yeah,
too as well,
exactly.
and she played on Sunday, in goals for us. So yeah,
Yeah, awesome. And so that actually takes Luton through to the semi-final in the League Cup, which will be played against either Royston or Biggleswade. I don't want to make a comment on who it's going to be because we don't know,
never
but
know.
exactly, games played on the pitch, isn't it? So,
Yeah,
um, but how is it? Obviously, as I said in your introduction, you are a youth coach for it's the under-13s, I think you said.
yeah, under
Yeah.
13s.
So how has it been kind of seeing the youngsters coming into the team who have gone through these kind of youth teams, like, for example, Caitlin, Amber, Abby, and you also said Shanice as well, who came through the Luton
Yeah,
Academy. So
Shanice.
how's...
No, it's been really good. So obviously with Shanice, Abby, Nancy, they've all played for Luton Youth, and obviously I've been coaching through those times, so you kind of see them in and around, and on a Saturday, playing on that on the pitch at Lancaster, and then to see them integrated into the team it's really just shows like there's a progression for the youth players here at Luton, and you can make it into the first team if you work hard and push for that. It's doable. It's very much doable, and you can see very much loads of youngsters getting appearances with us this season. As you said before, Caitlin. I think she's just only 16 years old as well. She came through a youth section, not Luton, but she's getting minutes. She got her goal on Sunday as well, her first goal for the first team, and yeah, as I said, it is very much doable to do it, and we've got the progression here. As you said before, I coached at under 13s, and their team, the youth team, do look up to the first team, and they do aspire to get to that. And I guess seeing these youth players here and playing, you can see it is doable as well. So it's really good to have and to see.
And also, you do get to see some of the youth setup come into the games as well, don't you? On match days.
Yeah, they love it. They love coming, they love cheering us on, and we equally love having them around. And it gives us the boost as well to see that we are supported by the youth section as well. And as I said, I coach, so even when I'm out coaching on a Monday, players do come up and say hi to you, and it's just having, as I say, seeing is believing. So they're seeing players around the youth section, and they can believe that one day it could be me. Why not?
And obviously, you say you are coaching at the minute. How long have you been coaching for? How's that going? I know, I think I saw a previous interview that you did saying that you got your coaching qualifications after being pushed, I think, by one of your brothers.
Yeah.
How's that going for you?
Yeah, it's going well. Oh, it's been quite a while now. I think coaching must be about maybe 6, 7 years, maybe potentially 5, 6 years that I've been coaching. As I said previously, it was kind of like, we need a coach. Do you want to coach? And I was like, I don't think I'm right for coaching, to be honest. And then I did it, and I got my level one, and then I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being around the girls, and then yeah, then I pushed for my UEFA C, and I said last year, yeah, I'm done. I've taken my girls to under 16s. They're pretty much adults. They can start going into adults football. I'm going to take a step back. And then Mark, our chairman, he does the under 13s, the manager for under 13s, and he was like, "Yeah, you're coming with me." So I've been coaching with the under 13s this season, and you know what? It's really good. We've got some great talent in that team, and honestly, I think in a couple of years' time, in 3 years' time, they will be in and around the first. Most majority of them will be trying to push me out my spot in the first team, and yeah, they'll be there as well. They're doing really well this season. Yeah,
Incredible. I'm very excited to kind of see the youth pushing into the first team, as you say. It's kind of nice to see the changes that have happened to ladies and women's football, in so much as they have so much more accessibility now than they potentially would have had even 5, 10 years ago.
yeah,
Um,
definitely.
so you were obviously born, and you also grew up in Luton. How does it make you feel playing actually for the Luton Ladies team?
Yeah, so as you said, well, I was technically born in Northampton, but it was only 2 years. So technically, so kind of born in Luton. So yeah, I was been raised in Luton. So do you know what? It's really nice to be able to play for your hometown. Um, I guess some people can take that for granted in the way that you know you're here in this town. It's kind of like not an expectation, but it's kind of like a why not. But you know, not everyone gets that chance, and they do want to do that. So I'm very appreciative that you know I am able to do so, and yeah, it's very enjoyable, and I love it.
Awesome. We love watching you play. Let's just say that as well. Um, so you were, as you said earlier, injured recently. It was, I believe, last season against Dunstable back in May, and you sprained your MCL and ACL, if that's
Yeah.
correct. How you've been dealing with rehab recovery? That was 7 months that it's taken. How frustrating, obviously, was the fact that you had so long out of football, and how has your recovery process gone from that injury?
Yeah, it's very frustrating. I think equally frustrating because it was the last game of the season. So, you know, if I just got through that game, I would have been fine. But unfortunately, I did pick up an injury. And I guess the hardest thing is you're kind of there, but you're not there in a sense when you're with the team. So just wanting to play because that's what you're there at football for. You come because you want to play. So not being able to do that is frustrating. But thankfully, like with my physios and stuff, you have like your time scales, and it wasn't necessarily on time. It was more on targets of what you hit. And for me, I think that just made me like try to push each time to okay, I've reached this target. Can I, you know, not push myself too much, but can I now reach the next one? Or making sure that I am going to the gym, I am doing the rehabbing, because that's the only thing that's going to get me back onto the pitch, I guess, as soon as possible. So having that focus was is good for me anyway. But you know, I can reiterate with any players who are injured just how frustrating it is, or it can be, especially you know, as you said, it was you know 6 to 7 months. Unfortunately, I probably could have come back a little bit early if our games didn't get cancelled, but you know, it was probably for the best anyway. To just have that extra time, just to make sure that you know I am doing okay and I'm back to be able to play for some minutes and get some minutes onto the under my belt, I guess. But yeah,
Yes. Speaking of the frustration we had Andy on the last episode, so obviously
yeah,
it's very, I think, well known at this point the frustration that a player can have when they want to play but they can't.
yeah.
Um,
Well, I definitely feel for Andy and you know Kira as well. Not sure
okay,
if
yeah,
you, yeah, Kira's been out for injury, I guess, with similar knee injuries, and yeah, it's very frustrating to try and get through. But you know, I guess cliche, one step at a time, but it literally is. Yeah.
yeah. And your first game back was against Stevenage. It was a game that kept getting reorganised. Stevenage FA Cup fixture on the 1st of December. How was it kind of being able to get your first game back and then also, in addition, managing to score two of the penalties at the incredible penalty showdown at the end?
Yeah, you know, it was really great. I thought before I was a bit apprehensive because you know Stephen is quite physical, you know, and it would be my first game back. I was a little bit apprehensive with you know that in mind. But as soon as game day hit, and you know I was there at their pitch, you know I was really up for it. I was ready. I was just wanted to get on the pitch, and you know, getting subbed on in the last, I think it was maybe 20 minutes. And being able to get that many minutes in my first game, you know, I was up for it. And yeah, as you said, probably didn't get many touches within those few 20 minutes, but yeah, having to step up and take a penalty. I think previously last season, I was in and around the penalty taker, so I was fairly confident. But you know, it was my first game back in, as you said, 6 months. So yeah, trying to step up and you know take a penalty, yeah, I feel like I took it coolly, and I was yeah, I was happy with getting them in. I guess
Yeah,
cover the team.
uh, I think we were all happy after there were so many penalties being
Yes, it
taken.
was
I
a
think
long
it was
day.
a very long day.
Pennies,
Yeah,
just pennies.
yeah. Okay, so here we go on to a bit more fun stuff, I say. What would you say your favourite Luton Town Ladies memory would be?
I think my favourite memory is last season probably playing against Brighton. Having a WSL team come to our home pitch, and the crowd is probably the most crowd, or many people I've played with under. So having that and just having the support behind you, yeah, the result didn't go away, but I think the experience itself was really good. It was amazing.
As I've said on previous episodes, obviously there was. I don't think there was anything wrong with the performance that we gave. Like there was, I think it was what about 20, 30 minutes where we really held our own
Yeah,
against the WSL team. So it was,
in that first half, like if we could have taken it in like 0-0, 1-0, like we would have been ecstatic with that. Like we did really well to hold on for that long as well. But yeah, no, it was really good performance from everyone that day.
yeah, it was also a great experience in the fan
Yeah,
area as well. I was there, so good fun.
yeah, that's
Um,
good.
so next question: how did you get into football? Kind of who have you played with, and how did you end up at the Luton Town Ladies?
So, how do I get into football? I think I got into football from primary school. I played at primary school. I don't think we had a team. It was more likely just playing with the boys at lunchtime, just playing football then. And then I think my dad said, I've got two younger brothers. So he was like, yeah, at the same time, we were all getting into football. So it was he put us in the team. I think I was like 11 years old, to be honest. So nowadays quite late, but at that time it was, yeah, 11 years old. I got into football, got in a team, and then I think 2 years later I joined Luton Ladies, or the youth section, at under at 13 years old, and yeah, was in the youth section, and then yeah, started to make my appearances in adult football at Luton.
Wow, joined so early, and you've just been there ever since.
Yeah, I did have a break when I went
Okay.
to university.
Mhm.
I kind of fell out of love of football a little bit, so I had a break, and then about 7 years ago, I came back, and yeah, haven't left yet.
Here's a question taken from one of your other interviews. Does Miles still take credit for your achievements during games?
Yeah, he still says, that's where she's learned it from, or we know where she's learned it from, but none of it's true. I think he learns from me, to be honest, and just
Yeah.
spins it the other way around.
Um, okay, cool. So, other questions. Do you have any pre-match rituals? Are you superstitious at all?
Um, no, I wouldn't say I am superstitious. I kind of just like to sit in the same seat. Um, but other than that, no, no one sock on or
Okay.
one boot on, nothing like that. Just making sure I prepare
Is it the
properly.
same seat every time?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
funny because I kind of sit there but kind of don't. So I want to sit in that seat, but it's right by the toilets, so
Right.
everyone keeps walking past. So I kind of just don't actually sit there, but yeah, I kind of sit there but don't.
Okay.
But I want to stay there.
Do you get nervous before games at all?
No, not really. I I think I'm like the type of player who likes big games. I get the more excitement from it. Like I'm more like up for it rather than nerves. I don't think I've really been nervous before a game before, to be honest. Yeah,
Okay. Cool, calm, and collected.
try to be anyway.
And do you have any songs or playlists that get you hyped up for the game?
We have a Luton Town playlist. I don't think I've actually contributed this season or put any songs to it. Actually, I guess I'm just coming back into the team, so maybe I'll start putting my songs in, and everyone will probably skip them. But yeah,
I've,
yeah, no, I don't have any free songs or anything like that.
okay. The Luton Ladies playlist is notorious to me at
Oh,
this
is it?
point. So at one point, I will listen to it.
Yeah.
Um, so on to five very quick fire questions for you. It's just kind of a yes or one or the other. So beer or wine?
I'll be
Okay. Now this is a personal one for you. Who's your favourite player, Beth Mead or Thierry Henry?
Thierry Henry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Netflix or cinema?
Netflix.
Okay. Spanish food or Turkish food?
I'm gonna go Turkish food. I like meat.
Okay. And then finally, scoring an absolute net ripper or scoring a penalty.
Scoring a net ripper.
Okay.
Yeah, got to get the crowd going.
Yeah. Like the one that you scored against Cambridge as well, which is absolutely
Yeah, not
brilliant
too
goal.
bad.
Yeah, yeah. So on to upcoming fixtures now. The next 7 fixtures coming up, 6 of them are being played at Barton. How important are those games at home?
We have a great home record at Barton. Um, so yeah, a lot of teams I think don't really enjoy coming and playing there. It's but we love it because we do so well there. Um, I can't tell you the last time we lost on there, to be honest. Touch wood. So yeah, so yeah, our home record is really good, and yeah, we enjoy playing home, and yeah, it keeps us together as well. So we get to spend more time together after the games as well. So we enjoy that part of it as well. So yeah, we enjoy playing home.
Awesome. Yeah, so the next game is a league fixture, finally, against Needham
Yeah,
Market FC Women, and it's going to be at Barton Rovers at 4 o'clock on the 9th of February.
2 o'clock,
Needham,
I think.
oh, yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
I wrote 1400, I meant 2 o'clock.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought so.
um, Needham are currently in 11th place. How do you see this game going?
I think we just take every single game the same. The next game is, yeah, can we get, I guess, as many goals as possible? But most importantly, we need to 3 points, and that's what we're going for. Making sure we get the 3 points, and yeah, guess keep building the points up because we're so far behind on games. It's important we get the
We are.
wins.
Yeah, I believe this will be the 9th league fixture played,
Yeah,
and
something like
the
that.
highest at the minute is 16.
Yeah,
Just kind of give you an idea of how far
we're
behind it
so
is.
way behind with cup games and postponements, but each game, whatever the game is, we take it and we give the same mentality, and trying to go and win the next game.
So, as I say again, this upcoming Sunday, 9th of February, 2 o'clock kickoff at Barton Rovers. If you're available, do go and see. It's a fantastic time over there. And that is everything for the podcast, Leah. Do you have anything you would like to add at the end here?
No, just thank you for having me on. It's been enjoyable, so thank you very much.
Of course, not a problem at all. So a big thank you to Black Star and Carry On for making us sound great, and a shout out to the pod sponsor, the Record Shop in Amersham. They've got vinyls, CDs, guitars, and more. And if you mention the OK Football Show and you're nice, you will get a discount. If you like the content, please like and subscribe on YouTube. Come on, you hatters.